Amazing psychological facts on love. 1. Attachment love. Romantic love only lasts around a year. After that, attachment love sets in. 2. Copying behavior. Copying the way someone behaves or speaks is a sign that they're attracted to you. 3. Uncertain attraction. According to research, women are more likely to be attracted to a man when she is uncertain about his level of interest in her. 4. Big eyes. Your pupil expands up to 45% when you look at someone you love. 5. Hug chemistry. Hugs that last over 20 seconds release the chemical oxytocin, which makes you trust that person more. 6. Beat as one. When lovers look into each other's eyes, their heartbeats synchronize. 7. Power of pose. When a man finds a woman attractive, he may flex his muscles and adapt postures that make him appeal taller and stronger. 8. Holding hands. Holding hands with someone you love can alleviate physical pain, stress, and fear. 9. Vena amoris. Engagement rings are generally worn on the fourth finger of the left hand because the ancient Greeks believed that the vena amoris, or vein of love, ran from that finger directly to the heart. 10. Grateful love. Expressing gratitude towards people you love can make you happier and increase your overall level of trust in each other. 11. Tear biology. Women's tears have been biologically proven to reduce arousal and lower testosterone levels in men. 13. Sleep deprived. Men suffering from sleep deprivation are more likely to assume that a woman wants to have sex with them. 14. 60 seconds. We decide within the first second of meeting someone whether we can trust them or not. 15. Broken heart syndrome. Research has shown that emotionally intense experiences such as a breakup, divorce, or the loss of a loved one can contribute to real physical pain in a person's heart. This is an actual condition known as broken heart syndrome. 16. Symmetrical. People find symmetrical faces more attractive, as this is an indication of good health. 17. When it ends. Studies have shown that relationships are most likely to end within 3 to 5 months from the day they begin. 18. Bone structure. Men are more attracted to women whose bone structure resembles their mother's. 19. Vocal match. Men with deeper voices appear more attractive to women, and women with higher pitched voices are more attractive to men. 20. Pain relief. The simple act of looking at a picture of a loved one can help relieve pain. 21. Corporate ladder. People more thoughtful and reliable partners tend to perform better at work, earning more promotions and feeling more satisfied with their careers overall. 22. Happy times. Studies have shown that happier people who are enjoyable to be around are harder to break up with and tend to stay in relationships longer. 23. Sanskrit origin. The word love is from the Sanskrit word labhayati, which means he desires. 24. Cheeky. Women tend to be more attracted to men with prominent cheekbones and a strong jawline, as this is linked to high testosterone levels. 25. Seeing red. According to a 2010 cross-cultural study, women are more attracted to men wearing red than other colors. 26. Kindness counts. People that are kind are seen as more attractive by the opposite sex. 27. Psychological facts on love. Hopefully these 25 facts on love helps you understand the complexity and beauty of this intoxicating condition. Share this if you believe there needs to be more love in the world. If you have an interesting fact or anecdote about your experience of love, please share it with us. 28. People have limitations, especially when it comes to learning. Cognitive psychologists have found that the brain has its certain limitation in the amount of information it can process at once. When a piece of information enters the brain and enough attention is given to it, it is processed by the long-term memory and stored in the brain along with related information. Similar ideas are grouped together. This is why people can use learning strategies including chunking. Storing new information, however, can be very difficult if there is no relevant information to store it with, so it is likely that those unrelated bits and chunks of information in your course material will be lost before learners can even recall them. Make sure your target learners can create associations between the different pieces of content in your course. 29. People are naturally curious, they crave information. People are naturally curious. They like to learn and discover beyond what is shown to the naked eye. It's no coincidence that documentaries are the most watched category on Netflix. The more curious people are, the more questions they ask, the more they explore, the more connections they make, the more time they spend learning ... and the more satisfied they are in their professional lives. E-learning designers can stimulate and arouse curiosity to attract the learner's attention or increase their interest. For example, start the course by asking a question. Questions are engaging and invite people to want to know the answer. If students can't answer the initial question, it will motivate them to take the course and continue to find the answer, getting them to commit from the start. Asking a question at the beginning of an e-learning course is a great strategy. Students can't walk away as easily as they can with a bullet screen. 30. People are social beings who learn better together. People will always try to use technology to be social, so give them the opportunity to be part of a group. 2 heads are better than 1. At least 3 things can happen when a person learns with another person or a group. They can work together, compete with each other, and thus try to do better, or work on their own but share similar goals with other students. No matter what interaction pattern learners are involved in, they can effectively provide and receive feedback so that they are motivated to learn or at least finish their tasks. People look to others for guidance on what they should do, especially if they are uncertain. In your e-learning courses, create opportunities for your workers to interact, whether it is a blog with comments or a forum. 31. People are not distracted when they are focused on something important. Our brain is wired to pay attention to a maximum of 3 to 4 things at a time, that is, if we allow it to. For course designers, this means we need to prioritize the science of attention and design a learning to minimize distractions. 32. People don't want to work or think more than they have to. Truth is, people will do the least amount of work possible to get a task done. Especially in e-learning, learners just want to get the information they need as quickly as possible and then go back to work. Our brain is designed to focus on or process a limited amount of information. Too much of that amount can make learners become less creative, less productive, and less able to make good decisions. 33. Things that happen to us in early adulthood stay with us long term. Have you ever noticed how often older people talk about their early 20s? Or have you ever wondered why so many people love coming-of-age stories? Well, this phenomenon is referred to as the reminiscence bump. You see, we have a preference for recalling experience from adolescence and early adulthood, primarily due to the emotional intensity of this period because of the number of choices and changes that occur during that time. Graduation, marriage, the birth of a child, these are all new experiences, making them much more memorable. Research also suggests that memories are easily accessible from the reminiscence bump because